Hi, we're going to work on a sitting balance activity now. It's best if your student or child is sitting on a surface that is the right height. You don't want it to be too low. Here, stand up a second, Shannon. If it's too low, go ahead and sit back down. Then her hips will be lower than her knees, and that is not a good position to sit in. She'll be more stable if her hips are a little bit higher, either slightly higher than her knees, or at least equal height as her knees. So if you could, let me show you from a side view on that. Okay, so her hips are at a 90-degree angle and her knees are at a 90-degree angle. Okay, so what we're going to do is work on trying to balance. If your child is not very stable and might possibly lose his or her balance, then you want to make sure that you're holding them at their pelvis or keep your hands close so they don't fall over. The more cushy the surface, the more it's going to challenge their balance too. She's sitting on a pillow now, and that's going to challenge her balance a little bit more. If her balance isn't so good, then she might need to be on a more stable surface. So what I'm going to have her do is to reach to the side and grab a ball from here and then put it in the other basket. Right now, she's not reaching out of her base of support, so it's a little bit easier. So go ahead and grab the ball and put it into the other basket over there. Now, if she twists it a little bit, that's going to challenge her a little bit more. Okay, reach again. Okay, if I move this further away, and she has to reach out of her base of support, so she has to lean to the side a little bit, that's going to be even more challenging yet. So you might need to set it out on another surface to make it a little bit more challenging. Depends on what your child's able to do. If your child has a lot of extensor tone, which he or she is going to lean back a lot, then make sure you're standing behind them, and also make sure your faces are right behind their heads so you don't get hit in the head. Or place some pillows or another couch or something behind, something kind of cushy, so if they come back, they won't injure themselves. Also want to make sure that their feet are planted on the floor. A lot of our kids with extensor tone, their legs will kick up. So you want to make sure they're staying on the ground. So sometimes this activity requires two people. One person is stabilizing. You can either push down on the knees or hold at the feet to keep the feet down, and the other person behind them to make sure they don't fall backwards.